Some wisdom is found on the surface, and some wisdom takes us deeper. Welcome to Get Deep, where we dive into the thoughts, truths, and affirmations that help us grow, reflect, and move forward. I'm Deborah D.E.E.P, Mouton, and every episode we'll explore the power of words, the strength of resilience, and the beauty of introspection. Come in, take a seat, and let's get deep. The cycles of life are crazy, man. We start off as kids being taken care of by our parents, and then somewhere in the middle, both of us are trying to figure out how to grow up. You know, as a teenager, I thought I was the only one struggling with figuring out who I was, but now as a 40-something-year-old woman, I realized that my parents were struggling with how to show up as parents and hold their goals still close. And now, in this season of my life, I'm starting to transition into the place where I have to take care of my parents, maybe the ways that they took care of me when I was younger. P.S. My mom is going to hate this episode. For me, I've been watching as my mom has gotten older. She's always been a vibrant force in my life, one who had her own agenda, wanted to do it her own way. She's always been headstrong, let's call it that, determined, unrelenting. She's known who she is even when she didn't seem like she knew who she was. My mom has always been an inspiration for me and one of my best friends. And watching her transition into a caregiver for my father in his last few years has taken a toll on her. We all know that caregiving is really, really hard. Showing up for someone every day to clean them, to feed them, to make sure they're the best, to argue with their doctors when they don't do what they're supposed to do. It starts to wear on you. And for a lot of people, once their loved ones transition, they find a hard time figuring out their purpose, especially when so much of it has been tied to taking care of someone else. I've watched my mom in the last few years wrestle with that lostness, that not quite knowing exactly where she is anymore, not in a way that's senile, but in one that is wondering who her identity is now that she's by herself. I've encouraged her to take part in community outreach activities, whether it be through her church or through the place that she lives, thinking about how to connect with other seniors and make new friends. This is something that my mom really struggles with. She, like me, is an introvert and loves her time alone, maybe a little too much. So I've had to push a little more than she likes. And because of that, there's been a little more friction than I like. I'm now in what we call the sandwich generation, this middle ground where I'm taking care of young children and also aging parents. And as I'm trying to find my balance, we both have a certain tug of war, push and pull that started to emerge. And sometimes my mom doesn't always show up as the mom I remember. Sometimes she's tired, sometimes she's hurt. Sometimes she repeats herself, even though she will never admit that she repeats herself. And I have to sit with her and be patient. This too is a part of loving someone, of allowing them to grow and change, allowing them to get older, knowing that for all of us, we will find a place in time where we are not able-bodied people. Our bodies will deteriorate. We will have new things that we need, and we will need the people around us to give us time to gather our thoughts or remember why we walked in the room and what we were even looking for in the first place. This patience is one that I try to extend to her and I try to extend to myself, realizing that there are only a few years left, a few summers between me and the time in which my child will have to show up for me and give me patience and time. And I'm hoping that I am demonstrating to her and modeling that this is what love looks like. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope this moment of reflection stays with you, guides you, and reminds you to keep going. If you found value in this episode, let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram at Live Life Deep and share your thoughts, your wisdom, and your light. And if you're enjoying the podcast, the best way to support it is simple. Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps others find this space of growth and inspiration. This has been a Gemini's production. You can explore some of the other podcasts on the network by going to GeminisProductions.com or following on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at Gemini's Productions. Until next time, remember, you've been given today. What you do with it is up to you.